I have now completed a set of stiles and rails, and I am now ready to set out the markings on each part to continue making a window. Each window frame will have crossbars, and they should have a mortise that goes all the way through. The stiles are also connected to the rails by a mortise and tenon in each end. And because of the molding that is only on one side, there will not be level here at the end. You can see that the dimensions are different here. And that requires concentration when you're doing the marking up. I can feel that the wood I have chosen is quite heavy. That means that the wood is dense, and that comes from partly the content of heartwood. This is only heartwood, and because of the growth has been slow, steady and slow. So the growth rings are very close together. When I decide what should be the outside and inside of the window, I try to look at the end grain and orient the pith, the center of the tree, should be pointing outwards towards the weather. So the best solution is when the growth rings can stand like this and point with the end towards the weather. And that goes for both the stiles and rails and also the crossbar. The first step in setting out the markings for the window is to decide the size of the window pane and how many you would like. Then I use this spring divider to set out the center markings for each crossbar or each size of window pane, like this. Then I have another spring divider that I use to set out the crossbar width from the center marking I have already made. So by doing that, I can divide the whole stile into sections that will fit with the window pane size that I would like to have. In addition to the spring dividers, a common square is also necessary to do the setting out. But the most important, I have made a specialized marking gouge, and this contains all the measures I really need for the frame. This special marking gouge has several pins in it on different sides that all relates to this base surface. The pair of pins on this side I can use to do the markings for the mortise and tenon. And on one side I can do the rebate for the glass, and on the other side I can do the markings for the molding. So by just using this small piece of scrap wood, I have all the measures I really need to set out the whole window frame. I have now clamped 4 stiles together in order to make 2 sashes for a double sash window. The setting out is quite complicated, and I think it will be hard for you to follow, being scattered all around the world. So I'm now going to just demonstrate a few bits of it, and there will be no explanation to it, just watch the pictures. The setting out of the rails are much the same as with the styles. Here we have the tenon instead of amortis. The shoulders of the tenon are not level due to the one-sided molding and mitre. Another difference between the rails and styles is that the upright bar is not with a through tenon and mortise. Instead, the upright bar is just attached to the rail with a mitre in the end and a small notch, so it fits into a groove and in place like this.